Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and with me today is Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi.
How you doing tonight, man?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm guys, it's Sunday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As for me, I'm tired, man. I'm fucking tired and worn out. And at the beginning of our game stream, right as we were starting, my shoulder. Remember this morning when I had to leave and I went and helped Lady Monkey real fast?
Yeah.
Well, I carried groceries upstairs, and the majority of the weight was in my left arm. Well, my left shoulder blade, all of the muscles around there decided to go, fuck you, Frank. And it sucked the life right out of me, man.
Oof.
It'll pass. It's no big deal. It's just, it drained my energy fast. By the end, we went to play stick fighting, which is usually a game that I really, really like. And we have a lot of fun and laughing. And I'm barely even able to pay attention to what I'm doing. Cause I'm just so out of it. And I'm like, I'm going to bed, guys. And I get onto Twitter and somebody asks, are you going to be streaming? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Why not stream? I make the worst decisions, Jack.
Well, I'm not saying they're the worst decisions, but they're probably not the best ones.
They're not good decisions. They're not good decisions.
Yeah, they are decisions, but good or bad.
Look, at least I'm decisive, right?
I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing.
I just have to brag for just a minute, and then we'll move away from football. I just want to say, as Razor Fist would, fuck you, I was right. The Patriots lost in the opening round of the playoffs in Foxborough. Oh, it was so tasty. So tasty. Told you guys at the beginning of the season they weren't that good. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? They're awesome. Yep.
I don't know what any of that means.
I know you don't. It's just the first round of the playoffs started today. What they call the wild card round. The AFC played today. Was it just the AFC? No, wait, I'm trying to remember. Were they both AFC games today? I can't remember. The only one I paid attention to was the Patriots losing because fuck them. So you have the wild card round. Next we have the divisional round, then the championship round, and then the Super Bowl. So,
so they're out.
They are gone. They are gone. At the end of a dynasty is what they said in the at the end of the game. It's the end of a dynasty. They lost one fucking year.
I bet there's a lot of bookies in Vegas creaming their shorts right now.
Oh man. People should have listened to me. Should have listened, man. And somebody in chat the other day, a big Bills fan, were like, the Bills are going to shock the world. And I did watch the highlights. I did see the highlights. The Bills ended up losing to the Texans. 22-18 or 19. Yeah. 22-19 in overtime.
Well, that's a pretty good game, I would say. That's a pretty tight score.
The Bills looked like they were going to win this game. They dominated like the first half, definitely, and then in like the first half of the second quarter, or of the third quarter. Sorry, the first half of the second quarter is what I meant to say. They looked okay. They looked really good, and then the Texans, man, they just came back and did very well. And I actually felt a little bit bad for the Bills fans because you just know if you know football and saw what was happening there, that they thought they were going to win. And I forget who it was in the chat, and whoever you are, as a Charger fan, believe me, I don't know your pain because we don't make it to the playoffs very often. Anyway,
morning, Stargazer.
Hi, Nuts. How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, I don't care what happens the rest of the playoffs now. I can just sit back and enjoy them because I don't have to be wishing that the fucking Pats would like get horribly mangled in a bus wreck. Not dead, just like
just mangled.
A whole bunch of broken toes so they can play next year. I don't want them hurt permanently, just broken toes so they can't play. But yeah, so I told you guys at the beginning of the season when I watched that Dolphins game, man, and it's funny because in a game like that they won. It was like what 43-10 or something like that. I think the final score was, and they're like, how can you say they didn't play well? They won 43-10. Like they did, but if you actually watch, they didn't play very well. There were a whole lot of tells in that game. It's like, ooh, this is a team with some cracks in it. And one of the biggest cracks is that Brady was never the best quarterback to begin with. And a lot of his receivers and stuff, they've taken a lot of beatings over the years getting extra yards for him. And they're slowing down.
Oh, Brady's kind of getting old, isn't he?
By football standards, yeah. Yeah, he is. He's up there. He could have retired and everybody would have told him, if he'd have retired after last year, people would, oh man, what a great career. Way to go. They'll still do that. But point being, they would have thought, hey, he had a full career. It's not like going out when you're 27. But I mean, it's the new age of football. He could probably play till he was 50 and still be a decent enough quarterback to make some system work okay. I think he's 43, says Judge Death. Yeah, that game takes a toll on the body, man. You can only bash bodies together like that so long. That's why you don't see a whole lot of women in gangbangs for their whole life. I mean, your body can only take that kind of punishment for so long. You need to rest and go retire and let the youngins take over. Thanks for going with me on that.
I didn't know how to respond to that. You just compared football to a gangbang.
No, just the way the bodies slam together, Jack.
Oh, fair enough.
And there's some ball play. I mean, if they're
that's true. That's true.
At least in what I've seen.
You don't have to be terribly bright to play either one. So
Ryan says, damn it, I thought you needed your rest and we're going to bed. Well, Ryan, go back to the beginning of the stream and you'll hear all about that. So yeah, fuck y'all. I was right. Those of you who doubted me. I don't know why people doubt me. I'm not a stupid man.
No, you're not, but we do tend to say pretty stupid things sometimes.
Now, I'm not going to disagree with you. I don't know if you want me to or not, but I'm definitely not going to disagree with that. You stream so much, I listen, you log off, I get a bite to eat, and you come back, and you're back online with a new stream to listen to. You know what? Figuring it out. Let's see, was I 8 when we did the stream this morning? And I've done 2 more since then. And this is 3, so 11 in the last 2 days.
Damn.
Since maybe noon on Saturday? Is that the right day? No, noon on Friday. Yeah. I'm a worker, Jack. I don't like to be bored.
Well, this is easy to do and keeps you occupied.
I'm up in the middle of the night when Lady Monkey's sleeping most of the time. And I did go get to spend some time with her. We actually had a dance tonight, Jack. When I bought my phone, they had this promotion for this speaker. What the hell is this called? It's a JBL speaker. And it's like, I don't need that. And they're like, but it's like really cheap. And I'm like, how cheap? And it's a very good speaker. And I hadn't tested it yet, but Little Butt, as a fan of Mambo number 5, apparently, it's in the new Grinch movie, and she loves the Grinch. So when the new cartoon came out, of course, she had to see that. And apparently that song's in there, and she really, really loves it. And it reminded me how me and Little Butt used to listen to my old phone, and I had a speaker for that. I don't know what the hell happened to it. And then I remembered I have this speaker. Like, well, shit, I should hook it up to my phone and see how well it works. This speaker is bomb, dude. I know I sound like a fucking moron saying it's bomb, but it's bomb, dude. And so I put on a song and asked Lady Monkey to dance with me, and we sang and we danced together. It's a song, Save the Best for Last by Vanessa Williams.
Oh, yeah, great song.
It is the first song we ever danced to.
Oh.
Yeah, we went to what they call ring dance there in the Virginia Beachy land. It's a junior prom where people get their rings. But we were both sophomores at the time, dating people who were a class above us. and her boyfriend at the time refused to dance with her. So my girlfriend is like, go dance with her. I'm like, okay. So we got up and danced, and that was the song that was playing. And God, dude, I was hooked. I was so hooked on this woman. I was like, I hope nobody can see my boner right now. Yeah, so I put that on and asked her if she wanted to dance. We had a cute little dance. We don't get to dance very often. And like when I asked her to dance, she goes, really? I'm like, yeah, really. Come dance with. And then at the end of it, Jack, I almost fell on my ass.
Yeah, it's all right.
These things happen. Yeah, it's bomb, dude. The meme. How do you do, my fellow kids come by? Well, I suppose I could call it the Soleimani. It's the Soleimani speaking. Former Rodline.
Bomb, it's the drone strike.
It's the drone strike. Oh, fuck. Formerly Rodline says, she is your high school sweetheart? Yeah. We've been together since we were 16. For those of you new to the broadcast, I'm 44 now. How many boners do you get? Daily, weekly, hour? Give me a time frame.
That could go as a trick question. Be careful how you answer that.
The answer is just yes.
So you do get boners
all the time.
From how many dudes?
Well, it depends on how much they're paying. I'm getting old. My body can't handle that anymore, Jack.
Fair enough.
God damn it. Get a video of you dancing for Little Butt. Little Butt used to dance with me all the time. It started when she was a baby, and I would dance with her as I sang, and we'd listen to music together. And as she got older and older, she was, able to dance herself, and so I'd dance with her. She still preferred it when Grandpa would pick her up and swing her around, which is dangerous, but
it'll be a lot harder when she's 15.
It will. It's so cute, man, because her and Lady Monkey went to the store last time they were up. And as they went through the store, Little Butt kept telling her to buy things that Grandpa likes. And she's like, this kid knows you better than I do. I'm like, she does. Me and her, we spent a lot of time together. And we used to sit down and we'd eat different things together. When I was talking to her on the phone the other day, I was actually making myself some ramen for lunch. She goes, I want some ramen. She goes, we'll have ramen next time I come up. I'm like, you're damn right we will. Like, if Grandpa forgets, you tell me. We will go buy ramen right then if I don't have any. Like, if you want ramen, girl, she's my sweetheart. I miss her. I didn't get to see, Lady Monkey got to see Pumpkin today, but it wasn't for the greatest of reasons. Pumpkin had to go up to the clinic, the walk-in clinic. She has an ear infection. But I didn't get to see her today either. So I need my grandchildren back.
Well, how's she doing? Is her ear okay?
Yeah, she just has an ear infection, and they think she might have a urinary tract infection. But she refused to pee for him. It's like, she's one.
Yeah, I often refuse to pee on command.
Can you tell a 1-year-old to pee and they'll do it?
I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. I don't have children. Here's
what you do. You put down a nice shirt that you really like, and you put the child on there with no diaper on, and they will pee.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what happens. They're little bastards. I was telling Satsu tonight, babies are bullies, man. They're bullies, and they know how to do it, and I watch them do it. It's funny as shit. Ouch, baby with an ear infection. Yeah, it's the worst, man, because they can't tell you what's wrong. And the only way you know it is because they're so grouchy and irritable and pull at their ear. And so you take them in like, yeah, they got a bad ear infection. Then you feel like a horrible parent because you should have caught it when it was just a little bit of an ear infection. My daughter got ear infections all the time, man. Yeah. I hated it.
I get them because of my sinuses.
My little brother, his eardrum actually ruptured when he was a kid.
Ooh.
Yeah. He didn't know. He used to get in trouble for not listening in school. And we went to a school where they could spank you. And so he used to get spanked for not listening. And then he had to go to the doctor for something. They looked in his ear, and yeah, his eardrum had burst. He couldn't hear him. It's not that he wasn't listening. And so all the adults felt like shit.
Good.
But my brother doesn't feel very much pain. You know how jealous of him I am right now?
Yeah, I imagine.
But yeah, he never felt much pain. He gets spanked and not cry. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? Are you not hitting him as hard? Because I cried like a little baby. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they repaired it and he's fine. He can hear. They got it all taken care of, and then they kept a very, very close eye on it. He ended up having to have tubes in his ears several times and all that crap.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, man, I didn't mean to get on all kinds of personal topics. Jack, I read something today that just kind of made me go, what? Let's see if you can help me with it.
Uh-oh.
Over on the Twitter.
Oh, no.
The New York Times. I want to get it. I want to get the actual tweet up here. This is what they tweeted out today. Let's put it on the screen for those of you at home who are watching. It says, PragerU, a growing hub of the online right-wing media machine, is using YouTube as a way to circumvent professors and parents to reach a new generation of students.
Holy shit, somebody wants to influence other people? News at 11.
The word circumvent there.
Oh, yeah, because there's an established channel of hierarchy of smart people that are acceptable, and that's professors, other assorted teachers, including like your gym teacher, the government, and somewhere down there are parents.
They did throw in parents there, and I understand the idea of circumventing parents. I have a problem with the idea of circumventing professors.
Like I said, there's an established hierarchy according to the media.
I read that. I'm like, when the fuck does that even mean? It's not like professors have some inalienable right to your children.
I don't think you understand how communism works.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think of that part. I did not think about it. It's the re-education, isn't it?
Yeah. See, they have a right to your kids because they know better than you.
Well, I went over to the New York Times to read this, and it's all about how bad Prager is for daring to think college as it exists today is garbage.
Because it is.
It is. It's well, here. Where's the one part? The goal of the people behind all this, Dennis Prager, the conservative talk show host and impresario of the digital empire, and the venture's billionaires funders, seem simple. More Will Witts of the world. It's a guy they talked about who's over on PragerU.
Oh, yeah.
More Will Witts of the world. More pride in American history and less panic over racism. More religion, specifically in the Judeo-Christian tradition. Less illegal immigration. More young people laughing at people on the left rather than joining them.
Oh, the horror.
Like, and what's wrong with that? It's just so funny to me. They don't even stop and go, look, colleges aren't even that liberal. They don't even fucking try to go that route.
Oh, no. These are heathens and traitors, monkey. First of all, religion. We all know that's evil because that goes against communist doctrine. And secondly, laughing at people on the left. Oh, man, these people are enemies of the state.
Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you so much. They have a right to your kids. Are we talking about a female teacher again? No, not this time. Not this time. Thank you so much for the donation. Good time to remind you guys, we are brought to you by you. Please hit that like button. Please share the stream. And again, I do understand if you're embarrassed by us, but let other people be embarrassed by us as well. And if you can, throw a tip at Jack here. His Streamlabs has been going through the stream because the lovely Stargazer Nuts has been dropping it in chat. So please toss some shekels at the wonderful Jack here.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like money.
But it's this whole article is it's almost it almost tries to make it sound like they could be okay with it. But there's little things like that part, like this is what they're after, you guys. This is what they want to teach your kids, you guys. They want to circumvent those professors, you guys. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Circumvent? Really? And now I can see circumventing a parent. I understand what that would mean, you know. I have to remind myself not to circumvent the parents when it comes to my grandchildren. Not to go around them, like make sure I go through them, make sure everything's okay. Is it okay if she has a sweet kind of thing? You know, I'm not going to look if mom's not around. Like I don't have to ask mom.
Yeah.
That's not circumventing mom. But the idea that circumventing the professors, the fuck are you actually talking about, you morons? Now, maybe, and I don't know this, maybe that's the wording Prager uses themselves, in which case then it's kind of funny. Because then it becomes an inside joke kind of thing. But I don't think that's the case. And I'll be honest, I don't watch Prager. I'm not a fan. Their commercials come up. And when I say I'm not a fan, I'm not a hater either. I just don't care.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's a little too heavy-handed on the Jesus stuff. I got nothing against Christianity, but there's a point where I don't want to hear Bible quotes all the time.
Sure.
He's a big-time Jesus guy. That's fine. But to claim that this guy, who is just pretty much a 1970s conservative, is circumventing anything is ludicrous. The only thing he's circumventing is the indoctrination cycles.
Somebody over on YouTube says, "Sucks you're not feeling great. You might do yoga to keep yourself loose." Not a good idea. I appreciate the advice, but yeah, not a good idea for me.
I don't think you can do yoga without seriously hurting yourself.
Yeah. I don't think there's a single yoga pose that wouldn't cause me a black eye. And I'm including when you're just sitting there like,
doing some meditation and ohms.
What people think of when they think of yoga from the 80s. Do you remember that in the 80s? That's kind of, she's doing yoga and she'd just be sitting in there. It wasn't like doing any downward facing dog. That didn't come along until like the 90s. It was just like somebody had heard the term yoga and like, we got to put that in a movie. And they got him sitting there fucking doing meditation. Sorry.
Yeah, they're just sitting there in the lotus position meditating.
Yes. Anyhow, that's what it all was. That's what I used to think all yoga was. And I blame 80s movies for that. There was something else stupid I wanted to talk about there, Jack. What the hell was it? There's the Pats. There's the Condemn. Oh, and I'm glad you're here for this one. I'm always glad you're here, Jack, but there's certain topics that come up and like, yeah, I want Jack for this one. This is from, what is it? Comic Book Resource?
Oh, God. CBR. Yeah, their shill site.
Star Wars. It's time to accept the real problem is the fans.
Yeah, Pat sent this to me, and does nobody take responsibility anymore for what they make? Like, oh, you don't love it? Obviously, it's your fault. Well, no, maybe you just made a shit product, okay?
The article wasn't as bad as I thought, at least at the beginning, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't finish reading the damn thing because I got bored with it.
I understand.
Their main argument was that it's been around for 40 years, and it's hard to keep fans happy. Now, I don't know what else it goes into in the rest of it. But I don't necessarily disagree with that notion. You know what I mean? That it can be hard to keep diehard fans happy. Something that's a minor thing to one person can be a huge thing to another. There's things that go on where it's like, okay, you're right. This franchise. I have this problem with Star Trek a lot because it's changed so much. Yeah. It's like, okay, like Captain Janeway and going off into the Delta Quadrant and having a doctor that's a hologram. And it was like, all right, no, you guys, my disbelief cannot be suspended anymore. There's a Borg working on your starship. Yeah, no. Who calls themselves 7 of 9, even though the Borg collective has supposedly been not collective anymore. Sure. Yeah. And it was, I couldn't anymore. So I get the idea that, things just sometimes can go on too long. And while some fans can still accept it, others are like, that's enough for me. She's not wrong or he's not wrong, whatever. But I had a thought when I read this, Jack.
Uh-oh.
I don't think the problem is the movies. The movies are bad. I don't think the problem is the fans. The fans can be assholes. I think the problem is the writers who have to write a story so they go find something to make a big deal about.
Yeah. Outrage gets you views. That's true on YouTube or on your blog, and CBR is basically a blog.
Sure. And like I said, I don't think, look, man, The Last Jedi was one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my entire life. And I mean that sincerely. That was just garbage.
Yeah.
But there were also some fans of that who went, the fandom menace, is that what they call themselves?
Yeah.
Who just went way too far, like threatening the actor. What the fuck are you talking? Why are you threatening the chick who plays Rose
Tico,
whatever?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Is a lot of these fandom sites get a little overzealous, and then they get their fan base riled up, and when the fans do something stupid like that, they take no responsibility for their actions, because they were stirring the pot pretty hard with
They were
fandom menace.
and
We see that with other groups too. It's done pretty much by any group these days, but they do it for the outrage clicks. They've discovered that getting people fired up over senseless shit like this is really profitable, so they do it until it's beaten into the ground. Look how many Ghostbusters videos there were.
Oh, sure. Real quick, people are saying nobody threatened Rose. Okay. Harassed her. Fair enough. Can we agree that it was at least there were people who were giving her shit, even though she was an actress playing a role, they're giving her shit for being in a bad movie. It wasn't, she read the lines and did what the director told her to.
Yeah, I know that she didn't actually leave social media because of that. She left because she felt like it was too personal.
And that's fair enough too.
It got kind of overblown, but yeah, there were people that were just giving her endless shit, and a lot of that was because of the fandom menace guys. But I don't know. I think those guys are profiteers. They're sort of like war profiteers.
Mm-hmm.
They're just
I would agree with that.
Outrage merchants, and it's tiresome. It could be interesting occasionally, but after a while, I get bored really easily.
Godzilla, we're not saying that it was the fandom menace who necessarily did that with the Tico thing. They're the ones who are getting blamed now for actually threatening J.J. Abrams and using actual threats. They're out there, guys. They're the ones getting the blame. What do they call them? No, it's not it's half of the fandom menace. The Kylo, I don't remember. These shippers, these Star Wars shippers. Relationship fans of a Star Wars movie. I want to stab my own brain.
I know. I always used to think I was a big nerd. I'm a big geek or whatever, but holy God, if you're spending time obsessing on fictional characters and shipping them, and then when it doesn't happen, you freak out, you need to go the fuck outside.
Now there's people in the chat who are mad at me because they're not fandom menace either. Who gets to decide who's fandom menace and not?
Well, that's just it. There's really flexible definitions for these groups now. Comicsgate has the same problem. Some people say you have to be aligned with certain people in order to be considered part of that group, and then you've got other people that say no, it's really us. We're the true fandom menace. No, fucking who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? That's my point.
It's people with way too much free time.
I'm not going to deny giving people shit on Twitter because I don't want to get struck by lightning. We learned that it's hotter than the surface of the sun.
Oh yeah, true.
But I usually do it over something they say. I don't know if I've ever done it just in general. I've certainly never done it because they were in a shitty movie, But to me, here's the thing. Let me bring this back around a bit. The movies suck. There's denying that is denying reality. I'm sorry if you liked them, but there's nothing wrong with saying the movie sucked. The fans can definitely get out of hand, but both of those things go away pretty easily, pretty quickly if you leave them alone.
Yeah.
What causes a problem is that every fucking writer out there and every video creator out there has to make a big deal of it. Do you know how many fucking videos popped up in my timeline over this latest movie? And not just reviews, but of the things like, oh, they went after J.J. Abrams and Disney's this and Ryan, right? Ryan?
I don't fucking know.
I forget. It's spelled fucking stupid. Learn how to spell Ryan, you idiot. Go slap your mother for me. It's all there. Yeah, you know what? It is. It is fine. But if you just let the fans have their say and cool off, they'll move on to something else.
Yeah.
They'll go to their message boards and talk about it over there. But you get the writers like this one. It's not the movies. It's the fans. No, it's you. It's fucking you.
It's outrage merchants.
You're the problem.
Yeah, they're outrage merchants. That's all they are. They're peddling anger, which
Yeah.
is a visceral emotion. People like to feel angry. It can be very addictive.
And then people read this shit, get mad all over again. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Look how shitty these people are. And then those people respond shittily to the person who wrote this dumb fucking article. I see. They're shitty. Ryan, damn Irish folks need to learn how to spell. Look, Irish folks do need to learn how to spell. They think Sean has an E in it and no H. I love my Irish heritage, but those motherfuckers need to learn. They're so drunk. They're like, that E kind of looks like an H.
Well, the Shawn version is more like I attribute that to the Shawnee Indians. That's their fault. I have absolutely no basis for that. I'm just accusing them.
Bad comic reviews. You're not a big nerd. You're a nerd of just the right size.
Oh, thank you.
Ranting Monkey, how many dumb articles are there? I read dumb articles for a living. That's what I do. There's tons of them. And you know what? I got to be honest. I don't know what I would talk about if it wasn't for dumb shit on the internet. And the majority of the dumb shit I read is actual news stories.
Yeah, we sit here venting our opinions. We're not like, oh, you should hate this. I don't give a fuck. If you like it, like it. Who cares?
Now, I will argue with you if you want to have an argument over whether or not like Last Jedi was any good. We can have a discussion about the actual movie. I think it's garbage, and I think you're going to be wrong if you say it is good. But I'm not going to hate you for it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to wish bad things on you and your family over it.
Well, I got into an argument with my brother. Well, disagreement over Last Jedi. Last Jedi did have a few moments in it that weren't bad, but as a whole, the movie sucked. But he maintains that the sword fight scene in Snoke's throne room or whatever that was one of the best in the franchise. And having gone back and rewatched it, I don't necessarily disagree. The problem is that it's in that movie.
That fight is okay, but it was ruined for me. It was ruined for me.
Yeah, it's ruined by the rest of the movie.
No, not just that. I forget what it was. I don't think it was Cinema Sins. I can't remember. Somebody did a breakdown of it, and it is actually so badly choreographed that if you pay attention to it, you're like, oh, you can't unsee shit.
So that's why I don't watch Cinema Sins. Everybody raves about it, but they sound like movie ruiners.
Not most of the time they're not. They'll tell a joke. I really only dislike them when because like they went after Christmas Vacation. They did everything wrong with Christmas Vacation. I'm like, it's a goddamn comedy. It's not meant to be taken serious in any way.
Yeah.
But like them doing The Day After Tomorrow. If ever there was a movie that needed sinned, it's that one. There are so many things wrong with that. And not even talking, you can believe in global warming all you want to, but so many things just absolutely wrong in that movie that it deserves to be laughed at. But and again, I don't think it was CinemaSins. I think I was watching something else about the movie, and I'd already seen it, and I liked the lightsaber fight. And then I was watching. They showed the breakdown of the movements and stuff. Oh, Jack, it is. Don't pay if you enjoy it. Do not pay any close attention to it because holy fuck, it's bad. Actually,
Well, that's the thing. Like, my brother's a normie. So he saw it and he's like, oh, that was pretty cool. He saw the movie once and he's like, I like that scene. The movie sucks, but I like that scene. And I was like, okay, from that perspective, I get it. And that's how normal people watch movies. But if you're on the internet and you're a big fan, you've watched that movie 5 times, hate watching it. Or you've watched videos about people disassembling it in little pieces. And I get it, but normal people don't do that.
sure,
And he just thought the story was stupid.
because it was.
Yeah.
Terry, thank you so much. As a community service, I will hate everyone that Monkey says he won't for their incorrect entertainment choices. Well, there you go. He's gonna provide a public hate service.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, Terry's a good guy. He's a good guy offering that hate out there.
Somebody's got to do it.
Speaking of somebody's got to do it, I have to do this. I was watching or paying attention to this Twitter argument that's going on between somebody I follow, which I didn't realize I was even following them. But somebody else. They're more right wing, and the person they're arguing with is left wing, and they're arguing over how horrible white men are. But yeah, the SJW woman, for instance, this is one of the things she said: "You are woefully ignorant of the history of racial politics in America. Black people fought centuries and are still fighting for equal rights and treatment. White men didn't just give POCs rights; they had to fight for them, or they had to fight them for it."
So,
Go ahead.
no, I had a thought and it's gone.
Okay. And she finished saying the same goes for women, actually. And she goes on to say some other stupid shit. I went over to that person's profile. And it starts off and it says, troublemaker, feminist, pro-choice. And then I'm going to tell you a couple things about her. That's how it starts out. She's an SJW, which isn't in there. But then she starts her own bio out: troublemaker, feminist, pro-choice. She has a pierced nose, not the septum, just the side, with a big booger earring on it.
Oh, okay.
A big one. The next 2 words that I'm going to read to you from her bio, I want you to tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the highest, how shocked you are that these are the next 2 words in her bio. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
1's the highest, 10's the lowest. Cat mom.
11.
I saw that. I'm like, bitch, you don't even have to put that in there.
Yeah, it was already implied.
Like, we already know. We can look at you. And you just told us that you're a femme. I mean, come on. Oh man,
I don't know.
But this white woman who's preaching the horrors of the Negro, remember everybody stand up and clap for her.
Did she write how a lot of the economics of Africa were tanked after the slave trade was crushed?
Look, man, I don't know what she knows or thinks. I know that she's repeating a bunch of nonsense that and anybody with half an education should know better, because the whole argument stems from the one girl saying that if white men, didn't allow blacks and women to vote, then they wouldn't be voting. And that's fact. It just is. The only way for that to be different is if there had been an actual overthrow of our country at the time, because it was literally something that had to be passed into law by white men.
Yeah. Which a lot of white men bled and died for.
So, I mean, it's a stupid ass argument to even be having. One, It's okay to engage trolls. I'm not going to say it's not, but you can't have a serious argument with them.
No, it's never going to happen.
Don't have a serious argument with a moron. It's just going to make you. It's going to frustrate you.
They'll win. They have more experience.
But she's not wrong with what she said. But it's like she thought this was going to resonate with the chick. Like she has cat mum in her bio, which I love because that also means that she's British, preaching our history to us. I love when British people preach our history to us. Like, why don't you go sit over there and talk to your queen? Okay, we know it.
Yeah.
We got this. Oh man, Jack, it's been a fun day. My day started off with more World War III, and then the beat down on the subway train. And yeah, it's ending with this nonsense.
Well, at least it went out on a high note.
I know, right? Excuse me. I didn't want to have too serious of a talk tonight. I don't know how serious it'll turn, because I never want to force it in any direction unless there's like certain stories I really want to talk about. I wanted a lighter hearted stream, and I'm not sure how to get it there because it's got to be kind of a natural progression. So chat, if there's lighthearted stuff you'd like us to talk about, throw it out there. But that's all the newsy stuff I'd even bothered to pay attention to today, because there was one thing that was brought up on Lords of the Night tonight, though, Jack, that I did think was funny. CNN had an article up. They told us all about how Google employees are being fired or threatened to be fired for their activism.
Wasn't that Amazon employees?
Oh, sorry, Amazon. Yes, sorry, Amazon, for their activism. And so I take it you were listening tonight.
Yeah, I was in the chat for a while.
Okay. Yeah, I knew you were there. I just didn't know how long.
I was lurking off and on. I'm trying to get some video projects done ahead of schedule.
Gotcha.
It's not really working out.
Well, there was one moment in this article where they talk about how these Amazon, it's 2 people out of the 750,000 people who work for Amazon.
Yeah. They sounded like rabble rousers too.
Yeah, people were talking shit about their company to the press.
Yeah, which you can't do at any company.
No.
They were probably like, here's an internal memo.
Do you remember when somebody leaked footage of the chick from ABC talking about how they had the
Epstein footage?
The Epstein stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and they tracked her down to a different job and she got fired.
Yeah, and they had the wrong chick.
Yeah.
I don't remember CNN doing a big story on that.
Nope. And you won't either, because all these people scratch each other's backs.
But yeah, it's so funny. We've mentioned this so many times on Lords of the Night. I don't know how much we've mentioned it here, but it is amazing how much press coverage 1 or 2 or 3 people end up getting.
Oh yeah, they're loud, and they worked for as I recall, Scribe said they were with some organization.
Yeah.
One of those rabble rouser groups. That's where this is really coming from. It's probably a Soros-backed group, or they've got friends at CNN or something.
Last Christmas, the song, it really started to become a thing that Baby It's Cold Outside was a rape song. One goddamn listener called into a radio station in Cleveland and got that song pulled. And stories were written about how it was pulled due to public backlash. Technically, that's true.
Yeah, the public of one person.
And then
crybaby can't handle a fucking song.
Then they reinstated it because they got a whole bunch more pushback the other way. It's so funny to me watching these people treat 1 or 2 people like they fucking matter. And that's not to say their opinion's not their opinion doesn't matter at all. Sure it does. You know what you do, sweetheart? Change the fucking station. It's that easy. And your 1 person advertising dollars will go to another station. Win. And that station doesn't have to deal with you anymore. And that's what the station should have said. Look, we understand you don't like this song. We're sorry, but the public likes this song. We're going to play it for them. And if it comes on and you don't like it, by all means, change the station. You don't have to be a dick about it or anything. But yeah, it's so weird. Twitter, where 10,000 people have say over millions. Well, there was an interesting story that came up today about J.K. Rowling. That asked, did J.K. Rowling find the cure to or find the out to cancel culture?
What, by ignoring them? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, somebody answered, well, of course, it's easy to do with billions. And no, it's not even that. All you got to do is just fucking ignore them.
Yeah, most of those people have no real power. As soon as you apologize, you've given them power.
Yeah, because they're a bunch of shitbags. They're a bunch of shitbags who have nothing better to do but whine, and you've just turned them into a meaningful person. You're the most meaningful. You know how happy that lady was that she made meaningful change, Jack?
Oh, I'm sure.
I wonder if she cried when they put it back on.
Probably.
I did forget one other thing we have to go over, Jack. And I'm sorry, guys. Where's it at? Oh, a whole bunch of people. I missed this earlier. Sorry. We got lots of examples of what a cunt punch is. I'm aware of what they are. That came up during Lords of the Night.
That was outstanding.
Yeah. A weeb's trying to teach us how to cunt punch. I love that a woman was teaching us how to properly cunt punch. Oh, cunt kick. Sorry. Pooter kick. This is the one I was looking for. Here it is. This is an audio one. And it's a little weird, Jack. Somebody needs to put this man, just retire him.
Oh yeah, I put this up on Twitter too.
Oh, it's lagging horribly. There we go. Now, if you missed what happened right there, he just told a 4-year-old, I'm going to tell you a secret. And then he said, don't tell your dad.
Which is not the thing you say to children ever. Ever.
Yeah. The only time that's acceptable is Christmas presents or birthday presents,
Yeah, but
like it's a secret. We can't tell them until they open it.
Did you scroll down to one of the other responses on here? There's another video clip from the 11-year-old girl that he was talking to.
Oh no, I saw that one before. The one where he tells her, "Come talk to me after we're done here."
Yeah.
That was from the same one where he went, "Our culture, culture." Yeah,
that was less than a week ago.
Yeah. Hey Ed, how you doing, man? Did you guys see my bit in Irate Alex's video? No, I didn't. I saw his video was up, but I didn't watch it yet. I don't know how much fat people I can take right now. Fat, nasty people being fat and nasty, and embracing their fat nastiness.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fat. Take a shower, clean yourself up, put on clean clothes, for fuck's sake. I feel like that's the minimum you could do. Brush your hair.
That sounds like a lot of work. You know
Apparently.
how much they had to do to get that big?
Judge says Andy proceeded to sniff her hair. Yeah, it was a weird situation, but that's the part that stuck out at me because a lot of people, he's sniffing again. I'm like, did you pay attention to what he said? He whispered into a strange 4-year-old's ear, a secret not to tell her dad. No, that's creepy. Check your Streamlabs, Jack.
All right, let me refresh here. Awesome. Thank you, Terry Diamandis, for the donation. I think someone told Biden who could sniff the youth out of little children's heads. Poor guy's
Oh.
just trying to get a few extra years of life. That's my theory. I think he is a hair vampire. See, he sniffs children's hair, and the hair follicles go up his nose. That's why he has massive nose hair. And it retains his youth. It rejuvenates him the way blood does a normal vampire.
Yeah, it's oh.
I don't think he honestly means anything by this.
No.
He's just a weird old guy.
And that's just kind of no.
Yeah, he just does it way too often. He can't stop himself, and it looks super creepy. And he has personal space boundaries anyway. If you watch, he's one of those close talkers.
Yes.
Right up next to you so you can see his nose hair waffling in the wind.
Now, I don't have a problem with him leaning in to ask her how old she is. She's obviously nervous there. You try to make her feel, but then you don't.
There's this wrinkly old man sticking his face right up in hers.
But then she's obviously nervous, and he insists on a hug, and then he fucking whispers in her ear, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" And again, I don't think Joe is a pedophile. I don't. For people who make those jokes, I think he just has some weird boundary issues.
Yeah. And I think he's getting a little kooky. Like his dementia is kicking in or something. Dangerous said, is this really the guy we want dealing with other world leaders? You know, in a way, it might be a good intimidation tactic.
Like the movie Loose Cannon?
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
He gets all close talker with Putin or whatever, and he's like, how you doing? You have really nice facial structure. Starts saying weird shit like that to him.
And we'll be like, yeah, fuck with us. We got a crazy man at the helm. Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine Joe leaning over, talking to Putin and going, yeah, I used to go to the pool and my hair turns blonde in summertime.
Right.
And that's where I learned about cockroaches and kids sitting in my lap.
What the hell is he saying? I don't understand.
He's like, fuck it. I'll sign anything. Just stop. Yeah. So I didn't mean to bring up politics again, because I do. I want to move off that kind of shit.
Teacher said, fine, I'll give you what you want. Just stop sniffing me.
Yes. Oh, man. Excuse me. Would you rather be led by Jay Sherman? I don't know. What?
I don't know who that is.
Me neither. But what about the roach? I still want to know the roaches. And if somebody has that full clip, I would love to see if there's something else in there that explains it.
I doubt it. I think he just used the wrong word.
But what was the word he was trying to say?
I think he meant children.
Maybe. And he just saw a bunch of little blacks around him, so he went roaches?
Yeah. Oh, Jay Sherman from the cartoon The Critic.
Oh.
I did like that show back then.
Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. Everyone would have to be on their toes. He might bomb the wrong place because he forgot.
Yeah, that's always a possibility.
Well, that's why we have the designated tackler. If POTUS goes too close to that button, somebody tackle him, unless, we've discussed it first and we have everything lined up. Oh, man. Dude.
Can you imagine being his handler? Like, no, sir, you can't just hit that button randomly.
Oh.
But it's red and candy-like.
I imagine Dark Helmet when he goes to the Mr. Coffee.
Yeah.
You call this a radar? No, sir. We call that Mr. Coffee. Oh, man. Fuck. God, I haven't watched that in a while. I watched part of it when the kids were up. And then we got busy doing something because I do love that movie, but I need to watch the whole thing. But Corn Pop. Yeah. All right, so sorry, guys. Jack, I think we have too much 80s nostalgia right now.
Depends.
Well, the new Wonder Woman's coming out.
Yeah.
And it's what, Wonder Woman 1984?
Yeah.
I love the 80s as much as anybody, but we've had quite the slate of 80s things lately. You had that, what was the movie? Oh shit, somebody help me out. It was all about it. The 80s thing. Comes from a book. Oh fuck.
That narrowed it down.
You'd know if Polly said that.
It's a book based on that thing.
No, it's a book, and I can't remember if it's a guy who goes back or if he just collects a bunch of stuff. Not Goonies. Fuck. Came out like last year early. Anyway. But then you have Stranger Things, and now this, and with things like Ghostbusters coming back and the new Top Gun. I'm about 80s out, man. Ready Player One. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think
I never
of.
saw that one.
I haven't either. I just know it's all 80s fulfilled.
Ah,
All kinds of 80s shit just thrown all into it. And there's just like too much of it. Why do we can't have nice things, Jack? We have to run them into the fucking ground. Blade Runner, yes, again, just run it right into the fucking ground.
well, I can actually explain a little bit of this.
Please do.
About 10 years ago, it was 70s stuff.
Yeah.
And that's because the people that are writing these shows are nostalgic for their childhood.
I guess so. Because I mean, when we were, I remember in the 80s, there was a whole bunch of 60s shit. And I was like, really?
Yeah. And the people that were writing that were about the age we are now. And they were nostalgic for the stuff they did when they were kids.
But can't we like just spread it out a bit?
No. Because in another 10 years, they'll be making fun of all the stuff that we liked as kids. Like Chips, like that movie. You know, where they just mock everything we liked because the next generation hates whatever we liked.
The Dendro said, hey, guys, I'm pissing outside. Well, make sure you're going with the wind.
Yeah. And don't pee on your phone.
Straight Sith Mail said, yeah, but the 80s. I love the 80s. There's tons of it that I'm nostalgic for. I mean, I've done at least 2 dedicated streams just to nostalgia, which pretty much were all the 80s. And then several that we've just kind of slipped into those. I love the 80s. I love what I grew up with. I love the experiences we had, and I missed those kind of movies, which is kind of nice to see movies made by Netflix and stuff, because you almost get those same kind of stupid movies because they're willing to take more chances.
Yeah.
Than the studios are. It's like, how about we make a movie about something really stupid? And they're like, no, we got a new Marvel movie to make. Like, oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Netflix.
The problem with nostalgia is that when you revisit it, it's not as good as you remember.
Well, and there's the problem, I think, with the 80s is that too much of it does hold up. A lot of the movies, if they're just good fun, and that's why we have another Ghostbusters coming. It's why we have a Top Gun sequel coming.
Yeah,
because those were, I mean, they're not the greatest movies ever. It's not Citizen Kane, which by the way sucked, but that's what everybody says when you compare movies.
Citizen Kane was not that bad.
It was long and boring.
Well, it's supposed to be. It's an art film.
Sad boy, thank you so much. Whenever I hear about the 80s, I just thought about Pablo Escobar and the SAS Operation Nimrod, the SAS Operation Nimrod. I don't know about Operation Nimrod. I know who Pablo Escobar is.
There was lots of stuff in the 80s. Who was the other big drug guy that got caught?
Noriega?
Yeah, Noriega, and the Rendlesham Forest UFO incident, and hostages on planes. We bombed some stuff. The end of communism in the Soviet Union.
And cassette tapes.
Yeah, cassette tapes, the CD.
The CD so revolutionized things that we haven't made another better music platform. I mean, we have streaming now, but if that ever goes down, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Frank Hubbard, how long before? Thank you so much. How long before we get original movies again? Never. we haven't had original movies for a long time. The difference is they're not even pretending they're not just a ripoff anymore.
Yeah, they're just straight up doing garbage remakes now.
Yeah, it's like, we'll just use the same name this time. There's a lot of movies that are very similar to each other and always have been. And if you boil the storytelling process down, I mean, you can boil it all the way down to what is it, man versus man, man versus nature, man versus self, the three stories.
Yeah.
And then you can exfoliate from that. But what is it? It was something like there's only 16 stories in the world. Something like that, I believe, is what they say. And everything is a derivative of them. Everything, whether it's boy meets girl or there's a war. I forget what all of them are. I used to know this stuff a lot better, but we don't need like completely original. Once you start writing stuff down, once you start having written history, and then of course written art, there's only so many stories to tell. But you can tell them in new and different ways. That's where the art comes in, and that's what we've lost, is them even trying to tell them in new and in interesting ways. They're instead, and I don't mean Ryan Johnson's version of new and interesting ways. I cannot tell you how much that pissed me off, Jack.
That movie sucked.
No, him talking about it as the new Skywalker or whatever it's called came out.
Rise of Skywalker, yeah.
Rise of Skywalker, thank you. And he's talking about, look, I did mine because I thought we need to challenge the audience.
No, he did it because he's a douche.
There's a difference between challenging your audience and just throwing random shit at them. His movie was the film version of interpretive dance. Oh, hey, Gutenberg. He says, answer me. Thank you for the donation. Answer you what? What'd you ask? I wasn't paying attention to chat. I'm so sorry. Do I still have a Discord? I don't have a Discord server. I'm on Discord, but I haven't turned it on in like 6 months. If I have had it on, it was only to go on there real fast for just a moment. He tried to say faggot, but it wouldn't let him. Yeah, I'm surprised they actually let you say it in regular chat. But yeah, there's a lot of words you can't say in super chat because they know people read that. And so they've what's the word?
Censored it.
Censored it. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of that's automatic now.
Yep. Nothing we can do about it. I like the idea of challenging your audience. I really do. Throwing them a nice twist. That's great. Space horses running through a casino while you're saving them and leaving slave kids behind. What? But that's okay. That slave kid started using the force on his own. Am I the only one who remembers that?
No.
That did happen, right?
I'm pretty sure.
At the end,
he's trying to block that movie out as much as possible.
He's supposed to be out there like sweeping up like a good little slave because that's all you have to. That's all slaves do, is they sweep. And he like starts having the broom sweep form or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, you know who else could do that? Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, yeah. Way to challenge us with Fantasia, Ryan. Sad boy, thank you. Don't forget about the amount of kidnappings in the 80s. Well, dang. There was a lot more talk of it than it actually happened.
We did have the Satanic Panic and the Dungeons and Dragons scare.
Yeah.
And Tammy Faye Baker.
Oh God, Tammy Faye. Oh, that woman in her makeup and Jim. What was it? Who was the bitch he got caught banging?
Wasn't that the chick from that Wild Thing video?
Shit, now I have to look it up.
I want to say Jessica Hahn.
Was it? Yeah, Jessica Hahn. That sounds right. Give Goot the link. Wait. Goot, how drunk are you? Before I even consider that. Jessica Hahn. Was she the one?
I don't know.
Yep, Jim Baker.
Yeah,
Man, the 80s. The 80s was a good time for women to bring down men.
Yeah.
Because who was the one? Gary Hart got his whole presidential candidacy got derailed because he was banging some weird chick. It wasn't his wife. Man, 4.5. No.
Jimmy Stewart.
Because
Swaggart.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Swaggart. Gutenberg. Come on sometime when you haven't been drinking at all. Because Gutenberg 4 is a regular person 15. I'm just throwing that out there. That's not bad. That's not bad for you. Come on sober. Just look up Tammy Faye Baker. Oh my! Oh, you've never seen Tammy Faye? Oh, we need to.
Oh, see if you can find a video of her crying. That would be delightful.
Goot, I'm warning you now. If you're a jackass, I'm going to kick you. I will send you the link.
Don't scream into your mic.
No. I'm tired and have a headache. Why aren't you in my DMs, man? Did you get kicked off Twitter? Or what's your fucking name over here now? Have you changed it? I know I see you on here occasionally.
I might be able to send him the link.
Yeah, if you can, because I can't. It's not coming up when I search for him.
Let me see if my...
Or if you have me on there, send me a message, because I'm not finding you in my... And all the way back to January of last year, and I know we've talked since then. It hasn't been that long. Either send me a message or send Jack a message, and I'll send you the link.
Fucking browser to work.
But seriously, if you're yelling, I'm gonna kick you. I love you, but I will. No, I know how to spell your damn name. There we go.
Find it?
Why didn't that? Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
There you are, sir. There you are. Don't make me kick you. I hate kicking people. I feel bad. I mean, I'll do it, but I feel bad. Anyway, Tammy Faye, that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring her up on the screen for people. Guys, for those of you who missed the 80s, there was a whole bunch of it that was horrible. Horrible. And Tammy Faye was definitely among them. I heard a bink. There he is. Gutenberg. I just pulled you back out, dude. Why is it showing a video for you? What is going on here?
Give me 1 second, dude.
Okay. There's just a weird thing going on. Get your camera fixed, man. I don't know what's going on there. And while you're doing that, I'm trying to find her when she was young crying. She was never beautiful. She was not a good-looking woman. Tammy Faye crying. There we go. Oh man, she was such a treat, man. Back in the day. Is this from her meltdown? Oh, all the pictures are so small you can't see them very well. Oh well, we'll do the best that we can here. She was the wife of a televangelist, and this actually is not her. This is somebody making fun of her. Good. It says your device isn't connected. This was her when she was. Didn't they get in trouble for ripping people off?
Yeah, they were like embezzling or something like that.
Yeah. Gutenberg, if you can hear me, listen. Go into your settings and make sure the mic is the correct one. This browser thing likes to change your mic, and it won't let you in because it says device not connected until it picks up your mic. It won't let you in. So change your mic. Whiskey Theorizes, thank you. If Leia was a Jedi, why the fuck is she the last Jedi? Why is it the last Jedi?
She was supposed to be the last Jedi, but she died.
The naming of the last three movies pissed me off. Really pissed me off. The Force was obviously never asleep if Kylo was running around using it. The Last Jedi made no sense because there's at least 3 of them in that movie. 4 if you count the little boy at the end. And then The Rise of Skywalker makes no sense because they're all dead. And I know why it's called that. Gutenberg, check your mic, man. Oh, okay. I'm new to stream. Yeah. StreamYards. Do you remember when way back in the day when Hangouts used to occasionally change your mic for you? StreamYards likes to do it a lot. I have to fix mine about once a month at least, and I stream here all the time, so that is a lot. Yeah, no, I get it, Gutenberg. I just want to make sure you knew what was going on and that I wasn't fucking with you here. I'm just, it says not connected until it says connected. I can't do anything. The 90s, I don't remember a whole lot of, Jack. I got to be honest because I was raising kids at that time, and so I stopped paying attention to a lot of pop culture. I was talking with somebody about this. I forget who it was. But I have a lot of knowledge of like 80s movies because I used to watch the fuck out of movies back then.
Yeah.
And then I became a dad and I didn't have as much time for movies. And plus video games became a bigger thing. So yeah, movies just kind of fell by the wayside. And then, so I don't have the same connection to that era that I do the 80s. And I feel like I missed a lot because you guys talk about movies. I'm like, I don't remember that at all.
Damn kids keeping you from seeing movies.
Damn kids.
Enriching your life, sucker.
Yeah, look, hey, I wouldn't change it. There's not a movie ever made that I'd watch over, having my children. Of course, I mean, Empire's close. No, when what got me thinking about old movies today, Jack, was I was listening to Mambo Number 5, and there's certain songs like that are just catchy songs that even if they're crap, I still like them. And so I listened to Mambo Number 5 a couple of times, and then I listened to Play That Funky Music, White Boy. One of the greatest songs ever made. I don't care what anybody says. It is so catchy. And then I listened to Staying Alive.
Oh, no.
Which I didn't listen to Macarena. I should have. But no, I hit Staying Alive and I was done. But I remembered Saturday Night Fever and I'm like, wasn't there also a movie called Staying Alive?
Yeah.
And I was happy because I realized my brain actually worked for a minute. And I'm like, yeah, there was. And I'm like, why doesn't that one get talked about? So I went and was reading about it and like, oh, I'd never seen it. And apparently I'm lucky for that because apparently that movie sucked donkey balls.
Yeah, it did.
It's got a 0 rating on Rotten Tomatoes with the aggregate of like 2.8 or some stupid shit like that. And I was reading, I didn't realize that was a Stallone directed movie. And that apparently at that time, John Travolta was big commodity because he'd come off of Saturday Night Fever, and he was still loved for Welcome Back Kotter and all that crap. He's the reason that Staying Alive sucked because they let him have input. And then they brought Stallone in, and instead of just letting him have input, basically wrote the movie John Travolta wanted. And then when I saw that, I was like, I'm kind of sad he had a career comeback now.
Yeah. He's kind of rapey in that too.
Yeah, I've in both of them, isn't it? Like a lot of rapey shit goes on in those movies.
Yeah, it had a very 70s panache to it, if you will.
Weird, this isn't working. Try backing out and coming back in, Gutenberg. Set them all, back out and come back in. Hands you an SNES. Man, I loved my SNES. Me and Lady Monkey used to pass the time doing that stuff. Yeah, we played a lot of video games together. But yeah, I just stopped watching movies. There you are. There you are. Okay, why is there you see a play button, Jack?
Yeah.
But then there's something in it like that. Is your camera fucked up, dude? Can you hear us?
Oh, that's
Oh,
yeah. I see this camera.
oh, okay. Yeah, it's just the way your camera's angled. Can you hear us? 4.5, huh? Yeah, you're pointed at your screen right now. Be careful doing that.
I don't think he can hear us.
Well, I don't know if he can talk. Did you make sure your mic was set too? Because you have to do that as well. Welcome to StreamYards, my friend. Mario, no. Thank God for you all in beer. Oh, well, yeah. We are almost as good as beer.
A little less dangerous to drive under the influence of us.
His camera had the other 20 beers. No, guys, all kidding aside, this can be a pain in the ass. I've actually had to delete 2 streams because I was talking for 5 minutes before the chat was like, why isn't he talking? I'm like, but I am. 2 different streams. Yeah.
Hi.
There
Hi.
he is.
Oh, there I am. All right, it was. Oh my god, dude, that was so weird. All right.
What happened?
No, I just had to go through the settings so I seen like the microphone level go up. Oh my god, dude. All right.
Yeah, the settings on this can be a pain in the ass sometimes. How you been, dude?
I've been pretty good, my dude. How you been?
Oh, wonderful. Loving life. You know me.
Ah, there you go. Oh, my camera's on. Yeah,
Yes, your camera is on, so you're pointed right at your screen.
just the way I like it. How you guys been? How was your New Year's? How was your Christmas?
Christmas was good. New Year's was boring.
Oh yeah, I slept. I slept right through it. I didn't give a shit.
Well, we had the family up, which is great for me so I enjoyed that. So Christmas was great. But yeah, New Year's, my wife was asleep. I was alone in the house. I think I was here. I think I was here talking.
Do you guys do the pork and sauerkraut out there in the Midwest? Oh no,
Pork and sauerkraut?
that might be a Pennsylvania thing. I don't know. I thought
For
it might
New
have been
Year's?
our regional. Yeah,
Is that for New Year's?
it's a German thing, I guess, or a Pennsylvania German thing. You had pork and sauerkraut for the rigging of New Year's. It's for good luck.
I've never heard of that before. Huh.
Really? Okay. It might be an East Coast thing or just my neighborhood. I don't know. Everyone I know does it though.
Jack, you ever heard of that or done that?
No, that's a new one to me.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you are in the in Pennsylvania, so maybe it is.
But it it is an East Coast thing because I know dudes in New York that do it too.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet that's a coastal thing.
I'm not the only one.
No, I don't think. I believe you. It sounds like some weird ass tradition, but yeah, not something we've ever done.
All right, fair enough.
But I'm also not Polish or German or what are you?
Pennsylvania Dutch, German.
German, yeah. So yeah, I mean that sounds right.
All right.
That sounds like that.
We do have a large Polish community here though, but they eat the scavenge is what they call it. It's like a cabbage, some sort of dish. What they do for the New Year's.
Brown Coat says we eat that for New Year. So yeah, I mean apparently it's a thing. I can't believe I've made it 44 years and never heard of that.
Oh, okay. I knew I knew it wasn't regional, but I didn't think it was just like my area of Pennsylvania.
Maybe it's the upper east side of the coast.
Could be. Could be.
I'm getting a little. You wearing headphones?
Yeah. Why? Yeah, I got
I'm hearing
headphones
myself.
on. I got headphones on, my dude. I know stream etiquette. I got headphones on.
You sound good too, man. You're not loud. You were a little bit loud when you first came in.
All right, listen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably at like a 7.
You are such an asshole.
But I'm behaving.
You are behaving very well, actually.
Yeah, thank you. Jack, how you doing? How the comic book nerd stuff doing?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. My subscriber numbers are going up. It's been
Good. Subscribe to Jack if you haven't. I haven't watched any of your content, but I'm sure it's pretty good.
It's okay.
Jack does my favorite reviews, any kind of review online, because he does a review of the comic book. He tells you quickly about it, tells you what he thinks, and it's done. They're over in like 3 minutes, man.
Right, no bullshit, just straight to the facts.
Yeah, he's not there just padding his numbers, I got to hit that 10-minute mark. And I was like, this is what it is. There you go.
I've never been able to get into like the new comic book series that are coming out, like the Avengers or anything. Like they were okay movies. I always loved the darker comic book characters like Punisher, Wolverine, like Logan when Logan came out, or the Netflix Punisher with John Bernthal, whatever.
Yeah.
Those were fucking great, dude. But I can't get into the new stuff, dude. I just can't do it.
It's because it's all foo-foo now. Like,
is that what it is?
Yeah, they've really toned it down. It's really lame now. Where it used to be really cool action-packed stuff. Now, I just read the new issue of X-Men, and they seriously are at an economic summit.
Oh no! Like why?
They're sitting around eating, talking about the economies.
Is that why everybody loved the new Joker movie? Because it had nothing to do with like the bullshit around. I mean, what the Joker was taking place in like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
But tell me, how good was that, dude? Joker was fucking amazing. I don't. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm hammered, so you cut me off. But continue.
No, I liked it quite a bit actually. It reminded me a lot of Taxi Driver.
Yes, but way better than Taxi Driver. I love the original. Like Taxi Driver was good, but it was that 70s. 30 minutes of like no monologue, no nothing, just boring. But Joker was like, it was that slow escalation to like a fucking thing, and it was great. I love the Joker.
Yeah, it comes out on video. I still haven't seen it. It comes out on video this week on Tuesday.
You can rent it for like $2.99 if you got like a Roku TV and you can like get it off.
Oh no,
Redbox. Oh, dude,
I'll just go out and buy it on Tuesday. I like hard copies, Goot.
But it's still a digital copy, by the way.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, if you want to buy the physical DVD, I mean that's cool and all. But
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You can rent it and watch it for like $4.
Yeah, but see, if I buy the DVD, then my children can all watch it too.
I don't think it's a movie for your children.
My children are all adults, Gutenberg.
Okay, fair enough.
My youngest is 22. I feel like he should probably be able to see
it. May I ask a favor of you, Monkey?
Sure.
Can you?
Doesn't mean I'll do it, but you can ask.
Can you bring Dendro Whitehall in here? The
puppy. Oh God, damn it! Not tonight.
Not tonight. Okay.
Not tonight. This is your show tonight.
It's not my show.
Because I know what'll happen if I bring Ed on here.
No, Ed is my favorite human being on the platform.
And I get that. I do.
Okay. It is your show. I'm just personal request as a human being.
I'm hearing myself.
I got headphones on, my dude. I know stream etiquette.
Move your mic back just a bit.
Okay.
It might be some reverb or something.
All right.
Well, when I was listening to, or turn your volume down just a little bit, I was listening to music one night right before one of the Lords of Nights, and I listened to music very, very loud, and they were singing it, and I'm like, how do you know what I'm listening to? And we can hear it.
That was weird because Google Hangouts wasn't that way at all.
No, never.
Okay. I hopped on the Minion stream the other day, and they were like, "Oh, we can hear shit in your background." I'm like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" So
yeah, no, there was just a tiny echo. I can, and I do have very sensitive ears anyway. But yeah, this will pick up, and if you are too close to your mic, I actually have to move my mic back quite a ways to talk on here. But anyway, yes, I know you guys want to talk, and here's what you do, Ed. You and Gutenberg set up a stream together, but I cannot bring you both on here because I know what'll happen. I've been with you guys before.
Him and I will just start trashing women. It'd be great.
And you'll be talking, and I'll have to shut y'all up constantly. And no.
Okay.
I'm not yelling at you, Gutenberg.
Oh, you can. Okay, I'm fucked up.
I know I can, but you're pretty laid back.
I'm behaving, dude. I'm pretty fucked up, but I'm behaving.
How long's it been since you've been on a stream, man?
I hopped on the Minion stream the other day and fucking annihilated it. Like I was so fucked up. It was great.
The fuck did you do?
It was great. I re-listened to it. I was like, I am the funniest human being ever. I don't know. People think I drink a lot, but I don't. So I like hopping on stream when I'm fucked up. I have no idea why.
Well, you don't have a whole lot of filter to begin with, but when you get
I know.
just
I get
a
my
little bit of alcohol
levels.
on.
Sure.
That's why I use the Gutenberg scale. I use that for everybody. If somebody tells me they've been drinking, I'm like, okay, what are you on the Gutenberg level?
Absolutely. I don't blame you. I came up with the scale. And I'm not lying now. You know, I'm at 7.5. I'm pushing. I'm still drinking wine.
You drinking wine?
I switched from beer to wine so I don't feel like a degenerate.
So you're a wino instead of a drunk.
I drink wine at home, but you know, good beer at the bars there.
We were talking about some nostalgia stuff. You miss the 80s? You're old enough for the 80s, aren't you?
Oh, I sure am.
How old
know
are
what?
you?
I'm 40. Do you know what I used to
Okay.
watch the other day? The Last Boy Scout. How
I
good.
fucking love that movie.
The fucking Last Boy. Where he's like, touch me again, I'll kill you.
Yes.
Oh, dude. The Last Boy Scout. For all you kids out there in the chat. Oh, my God. Probably the greatest Bruce Willis, other than the original Die Hard movie out there.
I love that movie. It has some problems because Damon Wayans wasn't a trained actor at that time.
Right.
And he's so stiff in the beginning of the movie, and you can actually watch this progression. He's so stiff in the beginning of the movie, they brought in an acting coach for him.
You can tell. Yeah.
You can.
Some of the dialogue is really bad, but
Some of it's cheesy.
some of it is very cheesy, and you know it's not something someone would say, but it's still really good.
But I like the scene that you're talking about, touch me again and I'll kill you. And he kills the guy and just goes over and picks up the fucking lighter, lights a cigarette.
Yeah, dude. Oh, The Last Boy Scout is probably one of my favorite from that era. 100%.
It's it's probably to me the most surprising movie that never had a sequel.
I'm glad it didn't, because it'd be fucking horrible.
Well, it was one of those buddy cops from the era, and all of the other ones ended up getting one. Lethal Weapon, even Die Hard. That one seemed destined to have a sequel, and they never made one. And I'm with you. I think it's probably great for that. It's better that they didn't, because they probably would have fucked it up and made it all Hollywood and lost any of the thing that made it so great to begin with.
Right.
But oh man, if ever there was one that should have.
What was the first buddy cop movie? Or was it a buddy cop? It was more of like a
Oh God, I know this.
Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. Was that the first?
48 Hours. No, there was one, but there was one at the end of the 70s. I want to say. I can't. Jack, you're better with movies than me. Do you know first buddy cop movie? The one that would be considered the first?
Not offhand, but Freebie and the Bean
Never
was
seen
probably that's from the 70s.
it. Oh wow.
Yeah, never seen that one.
But
I just knew there was one.
It always had to be a black guy that was like the companion of like some disgruntled white dude that was a detective or some shit, right?
Well, it kind of, yeah. That became the trope there for a while until Lethal Weapon. They're both cops. Just
All right.
one is insane. The honky was insane. Cagney and Lacey, stop it. Go sit in the corner.
Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
Yeah. Oh man, the first Lethal Weapon is amazing.
Oh yeah, dude. Mel Gibson with a fucking mullet, dude. You can't beat that shit.
Oh yeah, and the second one, I didn't hate the second one, but it was such a Hollywood movie. All of the grit from the first one is just gone.
Yeah, it is gone.
I looked it up. What is considered the precursor to the modern buddy cop movie is a movie called Stray Dog by Akira Kurosawa in 1949.
Wow.
Back off your mic a bit, bud. We're hearing it.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
There you go.
No. Yeah, we're just when you get close, we hear ourselves.
Oh wow. Okay.
You have a very what kind of mic are you using?
It's a AT2020, but it's an XLR.
Yeah, that's too good of a mic for Streamlabs, apparently.
You mean StreamYards? But
StreamYards. What did I say? Streamlabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Holy shit! But like, all right. But here's the weird thing. You remember like Google Hangouts? You had to like get on top of the microphone.
Oh yeah.
So like, I'm not used to it, so I gotta back it up. All right.
Yeah, you're good. You do sound very quiet tonight. It's that you purposefully being good?
I'm just trying not to get kicked off the stream, dude. I mean, On, sorry, I gotta move the mic.
Who else has ever kicked you off a stream before?
I've been kicked off of Turd Flea Monkey stream.
For real?
Yeah, I was kicked off of. Dude, I've been kicked off a lot of famous, or not famous, but like YouTube streams for just trashing people. I trashed that JF Jared.
Oh, Garapy?
Yeah. I got kicked off a stream when I started trashing him for being a French piece of shit. He started trashing America. I was like, dude, fuck. I was like, I started laying into him, and I got kicked off the stream. I get kicked off like a few base mama streams way back in the day. Yeah, I've been kicked off a lot of streams, dude. Only because like people would started talking nonsense and like everybody knew it was bullshit, but no one would say anything. So I just would, I just
Hang on, I'm
that's cool.
typing to somebody, so chat.
I would just go a little nutty, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't like fake people. Go ahead.
No, I know you, and look, I love you. I hope you know that. But
I'm behaving.
I do. I've only had to kick a few people off, and you're the only one I've ever done. Is because just would you stop for just a minute?
Oh, I know, dude. I know how I get. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and you're good right now. No problems. I just thought I was wondering about that. Like how many streams is? I would love to see the one where you got kicked off with Garapy, because that would be fucking amazing.
It was on Politipod's podcast before, like he got kind of popular, then fell off. He was. I don't even know what he was talking about, but Politipod invited me on, and then it was he was talking about America, and then he just started trashing Americans, and I had no idea who this dude was, but I knew he had, he's French, and I just started fucking trashing the dude, like, fuck you, talk about America, and I just went on this rant for like a minute, and then Politipod was like, dude, you got to leave the stream. Because he had more subs than Politipod. He was trying to do his thing. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. So, like, I realized, like, all right, I'm ruining the stream, and I left. But, whatever. Looking back on it now, I wish... I think that stream is still up. I haven't went back and looked at it.
I'll have to check. Because, I would love to see you rip into that jackass. Because, did you hit him?
This was before the whole, what's his name? The other Canadian dude with the lisp. Worski. This is before the Worski thing. This is before like everything. I just I never fucking liked that dude. He seems like a slimy piece of shit.
No, he is. Exactly.
I mean, it's come to bear now.
He's a racist, retard fucking piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. So my assumptions initially were right.
Yeah, you seem to have good taste in people.
I just don't like. I can kind of read when people are fake. Like I had to do that my whole life, and I mean the internet. Like you can put on your personality for whatever you need to do because it's all show business. But when you're super fake to where like you're just I don't know. In my brain, I'm like, dude, you're fucking lying to everybody. You're a fucking loser. And I can't listen to that for so long. I gotta say something, dude. I gotta say something. It's just me. I don't know. I am a dick, but I guess it works in some phases of life, right?
Well, look, you were trashing on Garapy. That guy's a piece of shit. You did the right thing.
Oh, that's absolutely true.
That is hindsight, but you're right.
Pull it out. What are we talking about in chat here? Fuck you frog sucking jackass has crossed my lips on a few occasions. I completely get it. Oh, gotcha. Well, do you remember when he said that calling him a frog was racist?
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
I don't remember.
Gutenberg, back up a little.
Sorry.
There you go. You're not being loud tonight. It's we're just getting the
Yeah, it's actually a
echo.
technical thing. So
yeah, it's not you. You're fine.
That's so weird. Do you remember Google Hangouts? You had to like get on top of the mic. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. It's not. It's actually refreshing.
You can speak up a little bit though.
Oh Jesus Christ, dude! Which is it? Is this good?
Right there's fine.
All right, so like 7 inches from my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Give it a foot or so, and use your voice a little bit in that way. Yeah, because this thing, it's really weird with it being able to pick up music and other things coming through your headphones.
Yeah. The menu said it the other day. They're like, dude, we can hear ourselves. I'm like, I'm right here where I'm normally am. It's been a while though since I've streamed before StreamYards came out.
Yeah, this has been a godsend because I couldn't stream if it wasn't for this. And they've done so many things so much better than YouTube, which is such a sad statement on fucking YouTube. YouTube. How do you get shown up by some startup dude in his basement literally coding this shit?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's just a guy who was a
wow.
streamer who decided to make a streaming service.
Oh, that's amazing.
Got some people together who knew what they were doing, and yeah, they respond well to the people. I do pay for it. There's a free version of it, but I paid for it because I appreciate what they did, and I love the service.
I think I got some fans in the chat I got to respond to. RJ Bad, I can never pronounce your name, dude. What is your last name? How do you
I
pronounce
think that's Bansma. Just say RJ.
Okay, RJ Bansman. At Gutenberg, nice BMW hoodie. It's actually a t-shirt, and it is a M Power shirt because I own an M, and I love it.
What's an M?
It's a BMWs have their series of cars, kind of like a Ford F-150, Ford F-250, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But at the end or the top model of whatever series they came out with, they have the supercar version. So I have an M5, which is like a glorified German supercar.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car. Love it. It's basically like a 600 horsepower fucking monster that should not be legal on the road.
Oh man. Oh,
When you buy a German supercar, they give you a shirt.
did the shirt come with it, or did you have to buy it separately?
No, I lied. This shirt came off eBay, but I really like it. But I do have an M5, but it's older. Like a brand new M5 competition is like 130,000. I'm not spending that much on a car, so I have a 2014 M5, and German engineering, dude. Like, if you guys have never drove a German car, once you get behind the wheel, you understand. Or like like an Audi, or like a Porsche. Yeah, it's German engineering. Once you drive a German car, you'll never drive another American car and feel the same about it. You'll hate yourself. Matter of fact.
Well, see, I'm a minivan guy now.
Oh, I understand. I don't hate.
Well, even without the big family living at home, because all my kids have moved out now. Gutenberg, it's just me and my wife living at home now.
I understand. I get it.
But I like
not
the
knocking it.
space of my minivan.
Absolutely. And these new minivans are not like the old Dodge Caravans. They're fucking amazing.
No, it's like a fucking starship.
But you get behind
Dude.
like an AMG Mercedes or like a BMW M5 competition, like it's you
Move back
understand.
just a little bit.
Sorry,
There you go.
I'm just so used to it. I'm sorry.
I know, and every time you've been drinking, we have to do this with you. But just stay right there. You're perfect.
All right, it's usually like you gotta get closer.
Don't touch your mic and don't lean forward. You're good.
Once you get behind a wheel of a German automobile, like you do not want to like it's. You understand why they love the drive. You really do.
How's work been going, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
You still at the last place we talked about?
Yeah. Still do commercial printing, which is, well, I'm actually a production engineer, but commercial printer, and business is actually really good. Like the Trump economy is doing, and the Rust Belt, it's doing great. It's doing really good.
Well, let me ask you about that because I've been. Everybody's trying to bring down Trump. Are you still positive on Trump?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for him again, 100%.
Hey, what about the people that are around you?
Everybody around me is Trump, but there are Bernie guys. I don't know why, but there are some Bernie bros that are my age.
It's weird to me because I've seen people that are like either you go Trump or Bernie. I'm like, how do you make those two connections?
I think it was because, listen, during the Occupy Wall Street shit, like, there was like a split. Because Bernie was railing against the bankers, and, no one liked that shit that was going on. Even like even most Trump supporters my age were like, yeah, Wall Street, yeah, fuck that shit. Why are they earning this amount of much off micro transactions that really did have no stake in the company that they were purchasing, right?
Sure.
And a lot of dudes were like, just like, yo, fuck that shit. I don't believe in it. And then there were a lot of dudes that were like blue collar, like, they work in those kind of factories. They were like, what Trump's saying is, want to bring jobs back, bring wages up. And that actually has happened in my area of Pennsylvania.
Well, it's happening across the country, and
Right.
that's why I'm curious about this, because it seems to me I can't tell because I'm not out there in the world and stuff anymore. I'm,
I get you.
So I see all of this stuff where they're trying to push and be like, no, look, the people who voted for Trump last time, they're getting mad because he's not doing this or that.
No.
I'm like, but you guys said that about him last time.
As far as the Rust Belt, I can't speak for the rest of the country. Like, what he's doing for at least like small businesses in the area, because we print for the whole East Coast.
Right.
Commercial newsprint, like bullshit you will throw away in the mail, like stuff that just shows up where it's just like ads or like a penny saver type book or a web weekly type book. It's all ad driven. It's all small business driven. Like, it is the best it's ever been for that kind of stuff. So that says something about the economy. Like, everyone's kind of super positive about it, and we're commercial printers right now, a business form aside, are the busiest they've ever been. It's pretty nuts, actually.
My bank is too big to fail. Yeah, aren't they all?
Right.
Oh my God, my fucking ribs are killing me now. Jack, I think I should have went to bed when I was thinking of it.
Yeah, you probably should have, but that was like a couple hours ago.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm at a Gutenberg gate. Dude, I'm super hammered when I hop on the stream.
You're okay though.
I just feel like, dude, I told Dan or Ed this. I keep calling him by his real name because they have the same last or first name as my brother, and he looks like my brother, so I keep calling him. But
Ed looks like everyone.
Ed, he looks exactly like my brother, minus the fucking faggy beard. I fucking love that kid. Like, I like his content. I like how he still does shit from like 4 years ago. It hasn't changed. But I gotta stop referring to him as his first name. But yeah, I was telling him earlier. Like, I got super fucked up, and I was like, I shouldn't be on stream. But I'm good, holding it together.
No, I love it, and he's upset that I'm not bringing him on. But if I like I said, I know what'll happen if the two of you are on together.
Oh,
you guys should set up. You should set up a stream and go do it. You guys would be great. Just with you two on a stream, there's no room for anyone else on a stream.
Monkey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I am so bored with YouTube, and I have been for the last 2 years. Like, I don't want to say since the Filthy Frank, since he left, but it's just like, it's not edgy and it's not fun anymore for me personally.
No, and I get that completely. I spend most of my time these days. I don't watch very much of what will be considered even the kind of content I do. If I'm watching something, it's usually a video or like a music video.
Right. Yeah, me too. But it's just like, do you remember like 4 years ago when we like hop on YouTube? It was engaging and fun, and it was like, and when Trump won, it was like, holy shit, these guys won. Like, it feels like when 2016 happened, like they started clamping down hard and removing all the fun stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's what it seemed like to me. What do you think, Jack?
Oh, I totally agree with you. They were trying to avoid that ever happening again.
Gutenberg, you're right on your mic again.
I know. But just like Obama got elected from the 2008 tech, everybody getting behind it for the whatevers. I think they understand, like, Trump won basically by memes for the most part. That got people out. Like, he was the meme president.
See, I've heard that attributed to it before, but I don't think it's just that. I think what got Trump elected is that he says, "I don't give a fuck,"
Yes,
and
and that's
we have desperately needed that, and not just I don't give a fuck that I'm American and I don't give a fuck what you think about it. I'm proud to be American, and Obama is. There's a lot of good comparisons to him and Jimmy Carter. There really are.
sort of.
Um,
I think so. Yeah, you're right.
Obama's apology tour across the world, where he went
Oh,
everywhere to tell them how fucked up we were. It was another. It wasn't quite as bad as the '70s because we didn't have things like the gas shortage and, well, Carter. But you still had this president who's a fucking puss who isn't happy to be American.
right.
He actually seems a little bit ashamed of being American. And then you have Trump who comes up and goes, "I don't give a fuck. I like being American."
I think
I know
those
it.
are the memes, though. Those are the memes that got the younger generation probably out the vote, though, right?
Well,
I would
that's what
think.
the memes came from it, but it was who he was that did it. And um, there's a lot of people who, back when you're talking about when there was what we can be definitely could be edgy now, the old kind of content. It was all made around that stuff. There were so many people who were standing up to SJWs going, "Go fuck yourself. Nobody cares about your feelings."
Right. And those same people now that are railing against it are the same people that helped get him elected, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny now because I think they realize it now and they're like, oh shit, like, gotta tone down a little bit because you don't see that kind of content anymore.
Well, a lot of the people who used to do that, there's so many reasons for it. You had the whole fraction because of the stupid ass Kraut server. You had a whole
Yeah.
bunch of them who were liberal to begin with. And
People did draw lines of who's conservative and who is on this side,
yeah,
right? I think that's what happens. Continue your thought though.
I think what's going to happen, especially as we get further into this election, I think you're going to see. I hope you see YouTube get a little more fun again. Because right now the conservatives, the ones who are pushing this now, they're boring people.
They
They're
are.
boring fucking people.
No, they very are. And I'm a conservative person. They're very fucking
Yeah.
boring. They're not fun to watch.
When your edgy person is Nick Fuentes,
I mean,
really?
I don't know much about that dude, but like, I don't know. Is he funny? I don't know. I've literally never watched a Nick Fuentes video, but I know who he is for some reason.
Do you remember when Dice Clay was big?
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you
Do
kidding
you remember
me?
how there were several comedians who came out and kind of did a half-ass version of Dice Clay?
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes is those guys.
You can't do a Dice Clay.
No, it was a one in a million thing, and again, I'm not knocking Nick here. I find him actually kind of trite and predictable.
To be fair, I don't know anything about him.
No, that's cool. But he's the only one that's in any way kind of edgy. Steven Crowder, maybe. But even Crowder tries to go way too soft. I mean, like his change my mind things. I get what he's doing there.
Yeah.
But it's almost he's so nice and calm about it. He's not Steven in the studio when he's out there actually engaging with people most of the time.
Right.
So even he's softened down and certainly doesn't drop F-bombs where you can hear him. And then you have Shapiro. Like, you're boring the fuck out of people.
No, he's edgy in the sense that he's a traditional family man.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong there.
And that's as edgy as it gets nowadays.
Yeah. And his wife is a doctor.
Yeah, so I hear.
But is it because everybody's worried about being demonetized on YouTube, where before you could just say whatever the fuck you want, or what?
No, I think these are people who are actually interested in a career rather than a channel.
Right.
I mean,
But-
Steven has built an actual media corporation here. Ben has got a corporation going on here.
Right.
Even Fuentes, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to, build up, market himself to become where before you just had people who would come on like, I'm going to talk shit because it's funny.
Right. I miss that though.
Me too.
I miss Filthy Frank or just someone just come out and be like, I just want to ruin your whole day, but make you laugh while I do it.
Well, I miss things like the videos you used to do, the compilations of these people being just fuck nuts.
Right, the old Antifa videos or like,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, dude, they're fucking. But I think that's that was hot for the moment. Now it's not. I get that part of it, but now everything seems so watered down and
Sanitized.
yes, it's like
Yeah.
I don't want YouTube to become like cable television. Like I hear people like censoring themselves or like bleeping, like even PewDiePie. I like PewDiePie videos. I don't care. I watch them shits. But you can see like he's like bleeping his shit out now, just so it doesn't get hit, which I understand. But it's like,
But
what the
there's
fuck?
no reason to do that because they even tell you in the terms of service that even bleeping it doesn't stop it because you still said it.
But it's still like they're worried about it. You're gonna spend, especially PewDiePie. Every video he does, he's got editors. He's got all the other bullshit. It probably costs him like 15, 20 grand to do a video, maybe, or maybe a little less. I don't know. But it's still like you want to risk being demonetized, or you want to just bleep out a fuck word.
Well, that's the thing,
Bleep
though.
out the fuck word. Like it's kind of a no brainer from a business standpoint.
Except it doesn't matter because they can still hit you because you bleeped it.
Right, but you still, it's kind of like okay, well, let's try to do this.
The only thing that works for is if you have personal sponsors, and in that case, I would get it.
Yeah,
Like for me,
go ahead.
I don't give a fuck. I try to stay within the guidelines as best I can. But if I'm making jokes, like the other day, we were joking about Aboriginal titties. Have you ever seen an Aboriginal's titty, man?
Yeah, they look like apes.
They're ridiculous. They look like eggplants.
Right.
Back up a bit.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Someone said rec feminist videos. He edited the greatest female rec or like feminist rec ever.
Mhm.
Like I literally started putting compilation together because of him. And then I saw how much money he was making doing it. And then I was like, yep, I'm on board. So, yeah. Rec Feminist Videos. Now, he sold his channel. He made like a post about it. He sold his subscriber channel to somebody else. And I
Did he
guess they're
really?
they're doing like
Nice.
whatever. But that dude was making like 11, 12, 14, 15 grand in 2014. A month. A month. Easy. You guys have no idea how easy it was to make money on YouTube pre the election. 2016.
Yeah.
It was fucking simple. And it was thousands upon thousands of dollars.
I have never gotten back to as good as I had it. My first real check from YouTube, which happened the month before the adpocalypse.
Oh man, that sucks.
I have now with my audience I have, but I'm talking about ad revenue itself.
Oh yeah.
Never even got close to it again. And I, as I've said many times, I'm glad it happened when it did because if I'd gotten a better taste of that, because that check was $900.
It was so
Like,
stupid.
holy shit!
It was so stupid simple back then. Like, oh my god. Like I would just throw in to get together compilations videos, and I would ask people for permission or whatever. I was making 2-3 grand a month.
Yeah,
For nothing. For like an hour and a half worth of editing. I'd make 2-3 grand a month for once a week.
Real quick, we're going to change the subject just a bit. Richo says, not trying to change the subject. However, in my state down here in Australia, a 70-year-old man just got charged with lighting 4 brush fires. Why would a 79-year-old do that? And Danger says, there are apparently a bunch of people who lit the fires. Wonder how much the climate change talk will drop off. It's not going to drop off. And here's why. Even though that's why the fires were set, and I will bet you money that these are climate activists. They're going to say that the fires burned as hot as they did and for as long as they did because of the global warming. That's
Not
why.
because they don't clear brush or have fire roads. Nope.
Nope. Not because you didn't actually take care to keep fires from happening. Or that if they did happen, you could break them off. The same thing we heard in California last year. Do you remember how much that shit they gave Trump because he said you're not managing your wildlife or your forests properly? And
Yeah.
they're like, And then the actual scientist came out and went, he's right, you guys. Don't tell anyone we said it, but he's right. Yeah. You have to. There's actual controlled burns that they do. Australia's had bad fires for generations, man. And there's back up just a touch, Gutenberg.
I'm all right. I'm not talking.
No, but I'm hearing myself.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
You have a good mic. It's going to happen, man.
I'm sorry. I'm just not used to it.
If you had a shitty snowball, you'd be fine, man.
Yeah, you need to downgrade your equipment.
Okay. I got a pretty expensive microphone, but it's never been a problem before.
No, again, we're just hearing it because it's good enough, and this system, yeah, we're picking up your headphones.
Did you lose weight?
What's that?
Gutenberg, did you lose some weight?
No.
Oh.
Still tubby. I don't know.
It's the lighting.
I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds. I don't know. Is that I don't know if that's tubby or not.
Well, how much did you used to weigh?
200 pounds.
Yeah, there you go.
I haven't fluctuated.
No, you looked a little skinnier. That's all.
He's catfishing us with the lights off.
Ah,
I think he's trying to fuck me.
No, no, you're not Asian.
Oh,
okay. Utter darkness is very slimming indeed. Danger says they can say that, but it's bullshit. There are restrictions on backburning in a bunch of places. Again, I understand what you're saying, but I also have dealt with this shit a long time. They will blame everything they can on global warming. Gutenberg's skinny because of global warming.
I'm gonna throw this out. If you guys enjoyed the monkey stream and you guys enjoy what he does, how much do you work a week, dude? You work
depending on the week, the minimum I will do that I do in a week is about 36 hours.
But that you guys should donate $2. If everybody in the stream donated $2, like, you guys need to support your content creators because AdSense isn't paying fucking shit.
Gutenberg, thank you so much. Who says fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah! It's the only reason I miss Andy Worski. Just because he said fuck.
He's back, man.
Is he?
Yeah. Well,
I don't watch YouTube.
Let me see. He came back and then he stopped again. He's got an on again, off again relationship with this channel.
Yeah.
Worse than anybody I've ever seen before.
Well, he went hard and made himself a meme, and he's kind of dumb. He's kind of retarded. I like him as a personality, but he's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But I like watching him because it's entertaining. But yeah, if I was him and I realized I was being that fucking retarded on the stream, like, yeah, I'd probably back away too.
Well, I think what's happening is he's desperate to get back to where he was, and he's not getting the. And this is my guess. I haven't talked to him. He blocked me. I don't know why, a long time ago, but he doesn't get that immediate gratification. So he's like, well, it's not working, and I'm just going to stop again. I don't know it, but that's what it seems like to me because I've seen start and stop so many times.
But when
it could be that there's personal stuff going on.
When he stopped, though, he was kind of at the height of his retardedness, and then like, he was doing what he was doing.
No, not exactly. He had that serious meltdown, and then all the shit that happened in Florida.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but at that point, you're talking about actual legal entanglements.
Oh, right. When his buddy pulled out a gun, and
yeah,
I don't know. That was fucking dumb. Like, you don't pull out a gun in a street fight, you fucking retard.
Especially after you've tased the guy, and yeah, just take your ass whipping like a man. You earned it.
Just get your
run,
ass beat like a fucking man.
Just fucking run.
Walk away. You try to George Zimmerman that dude, like, get the fuck out of here.
Stand your ground. Like, that's not how it works.
Stand your ground, motherfucker. Yeah.
Look, Ed. I'm not giving you the link
come
tonight.
on, can we give Ed the link for like a minute?
No. Well,
I think he would. No, listen, I suck. Ed would bring so much flavor to this conversation.
No, I've enjoyed talking with you, and I like you. It's funny.
I would super chat you $20 more just to keep it going, because that's how much of a generous human being I am.
And I appreciate that, and I could use the money, but here's the thing. I am
Ain't about money.
exhausted.
It's about the memes, so we can do it.
I get you. But we're at our 2 hour mark, and I try to keep it at about 2 hours, Scoot.
All
And
right.
tonight, I wasn't even going to stream because I am so exhausted. I need to go to bed.
All right, fair enough.
So here's what I recommend. Ed, you have a channel. Set up a stream with you and Gutenberg.
Yeah, dude, I'm retarded. Like, I'm not entertaining at all. So, like, you'll probably lose subs. Your fans are dedicated. Your fans are fucking heroes. Like,
My fans are amazing.
your fans are fucking amazing. This is why I can never stream on my channel. My fan or my subscribers be like, "Dude, you're a fucking retard." I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." I'm not good in front of a microphone. Like, what do you want me to do?
Just
I can tell
talk
you.
to your audience. That's what I do.
Yeah, whatever.
But, ladies and gentlemen, hey, Ed, I know you're mad. You can come yell at me next time you're on.
I love it.
I love Ed too, but again, I know what's going to happen if I bring the two of you on together. I've done it before.
We'll just start trashing women. It'd be great.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up here. I'm exhausted and I need to get some sleep. And I'm praying right now that I actually do.
Fair enough. What, Jack, what do you think about the new comics coming out? I'm sorry, Monkey. I didn't mean to.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
Most of them are total garbage.
Are they?
Yeah, there's a few really good ones, but most of you have to really look. Like Marvel Comics is just become chick tracks for social justice warriors.
Really? Is it that bad?
Oh yeah, yeah. Spider-Man fought crowdfunding. The X-Men fought the wage gap in India.
Mm-hmm.
What else do they fight? There's a lot of Trump references in there. It's
Really?
it's so lazy.
Gutenberg, they literally fought the wage gap.
So they're kind of pandering at this point to like the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, it's seriously it's social justice chick tracks. Instead of a religious bent, they teach you all about the wonders of social justice and the evils of Western capitalism, that sort of thing.
Is that why they're failing like really hard? But
Yeah.
I mean, the gatekeepers from what comic books was like, who let them in? Like, what really happened? Can you explain that, or is that like a too big of a broad question?
The short version is they let a few of them in, and they do what they always do and slowly change the rules, and they get their friends in, and they're like a parasitic infection.
Like a virus.
Yeah, they are absolutely like that, and they're like the little feeder fish around sharks too. So
Ooh.
they take their little food where they can, but there's a whole swarm of them.
So they latch onto a host and then suck it dry, and then blame the host for the misogyny.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
And then they cancel people they don't like and get them out through bullying and other tactics, and they get people they like in.
How prevalent is that in like the comic book world, though? Is that like a epidemic, or is it like a?
Oh, it's a massive epidemic. Yeah, there were 100 store closures last year. There are now less than 2,000 comic stores in the whole country.
Well, no, I mean, but comic books have been dying. So, like, to play devil's advocate, how much? I mean, I get that like the core fans are probably turned off by that, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, how much were the dying comic book stores from that? And but they're not entertaining anymore. That's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't bought a comic book in 20 years.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is the prices have gone up, the quality has gone down. So if you picked up a Marvel comic last year, there's a good chance the ink would come off on your fingers from the cover, because they're using the internal paper for the cover now. So instead of like glossier paper for the cover, it's now the same as the internal pages.
I'm a commercial printer, so we can talk about that. I mean, if you want, I know about the gloss covers.
Yeah.
We actually do. I print magazines to be.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're using just like the cheapest stuff they can find. It's really low grade crap, and it's just a cash grab most of the time. But yeah, a lot of these stories, there was an entire issue of She-Hulk where they were at a cafe eating. That was the entire thing.
Oh wow.
And there's always these scenes where people are standing around doing nothing, talking, and most of the time they're eating. It's a running joke for fans now. How long are they going to stand around talking? Well, it's entire issues. It's just lazy.
That's horrible.
It's not exciting.
I would love to continue talking about this subject with you, but I think Monkey needs to go to bed.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll pick it up next time.
I see people in the chat like, you let Monkey go to bed. Your fans want you to go to sleep.
Yeah, they worry about me more than I worry about myself.
Nah, don't worry about you. You're a grown man.
I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and hanging out tonight. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. I want to do a Red Dead tomorrow, but it's our long stream for Satsu. So follow me on Twitter for that. I can't tell you exactly when. Jack, is there anything you want to shill today?
Yeah, there's a link to my one of my recent videos. Go watch it, like and subscribe.
Yes, I forgot to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the donations. That's how fucking tired I am. I forgot my own fucking closing. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for the donations. Sincerely, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate them. Gutenberg, anything you'd like to shill?
No, dude, I don't care about anything online anymore.
I always offer.
I know. I mean, I'll post my my Twitter if you guys even care to follow an angry drunk old man. But I mean, whatever.
We have the game stream on 2 Cents Plus at 7 p.m. That's the only scheduled stream I have. There's no Lords of the Night tonight. Follow me on Twitter if you want to find me. I'm sure I'll be around somewhere. Edward, go set up a damn stream so you and Gutenberg can talk.
I told him and I would stream. Sorry, microphone's close. I told him I would stream with him when I'm like fucking sober and actually hold a pretty good coherent conversation. I think he might be a little butthurt. I think he wants to stream, but he's a little nervous about setting it up on his channel. So
it's really easy to do. He'll be fine. Just go do it.
I'm at a Gutenberg 9 right now. I ain't gonna fucking lie. I'm trying to fucking hold it together, but I'm so fucked up. But let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming. Jack and Gutenberg, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't even sing tonight.